Hey friends, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel, and let's talk about Schecter for a minute here. I think for many years, Schecter was trapped in that early 2000s pinstripe top hat vibe. A lot of industrial metal guitar players played Schecter guitars, and although the guitars were great even back then, they kind of got typecast into a particular style. But in recent years, Schecter has made very deliberate moves to evolve their product line with new models, new styles, and new specs on the older models. Basically updating the older guitars enough while also introducing new models that they could completely shift the direction of the brand, but without losing all of their old customer base. And I think that that is something that a lot of guitar companies wish they could do, like Dean, for instance. But companies either haven't been able to do it, or they haven't been able to do it at the level of success that Schecter has. So this guitar right here, the Sunset-6 Extreme, I think represents the Schecter shift better than any other guitar they make. This is really the ultimate blend of Schecter heritage and then the modern direction that Schecter has taken. This guitar has all of these really modern appointments that so many people want, like extra jumbo stainless steel frets, and we've got 24 of them on an ebony fretboard. And then you've got locking tuners, and you've got a really thin, nice C-shaped neck. It's a multi-piece neck, and it has the carbon fiber reinforcement rods. And you've got the truss rod adjustment down here by the neck pocket. Then you've got these super cool metal ring inlays, a Graphtec nut, and then Schecter's own USA-made pickups. And let's not forget this satin gray flame finish. They call this Gray Ghost. So you've got all these cool specs that guitar players demand on a modern guitar, but then it's all wrapped up in a classic Schecter body shape. You've got the classic Schecter headstock, and it's good old-fashioned bolt-on construction with a hardtail bridge and super simple controls. For a bulletproof metal guitar, I think you could argue that this is the best of all worlds. And let's not forget about the price of this guitar. This guitar costs $899, under $1,000. And guys, I've talked about this at length before, but Schecter is one of the few big name companies that gives you an incredible value, right? Imagine if you had a Fender with all of these, the extra jumbo stainless steel frets and the locking tuners, the multi-piece neck. Imagine if you had a Fender with the same specs that this guitar does. How many thousands would that guitar cost? Okay guys, now obviously you don't have to use this guitar to play metal, but it is well suited for that. And I've been playing this guitar lately, right? And this thing sounds just brutal, and I want you to hear it. But of course, real quick guys, as always, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool new guitars and also staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you, for some reason, have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, let's go ahead and plug this in, and I'm going to use my Boss IR200 amp and cabinet simulator. It's a great sounding $400 piece of equipment, so I'm not using like thousands and thousands dollars worth of gear to make this guitar sound better than it is or anything like that. But the Boss unit has some great sounding high gain stuff on it, so we'll go ahead and use that and really put this guitar through its paces. All right guys, let's plug it all in and listen to how it sounds. Okay guys, let's talk a little bit about the playability and how this guitar really feels to play. So the things that really jump out to me, right, real standout features is got to be the neck and these frets in particular. Now, I'm a big fan of stainless steel frets. I'm a big fan of extra jumbo frets. When a company combines them and they do such a good job with the frets, these are polished to a mirror finish, okay? When a company does that, I absolutely love it. And it's still pretty rare. There's a lot of companies that are doing stainless steel frets, but they're not extra jumbo stainless steel frets. There's a lot of companies that do extra jumbo frets, but they're not stainless steel. You see what I'm getting at here. Schecter is one of the few companies that gives you a relatively affordable guitar and actually combines those features into one guitar. So I love that. And all of your vibrato and bending with the height, right? How tall the extra jumbo frets are combined with how smooth these are finished. I mean, your vibrato is just effortless on this guitar, and bending and all that good stuff. So the other thing, like I mentioned there, is the feel of the neck. And guys, when I talk about the sort of evolution that Schecter guitars have gone through, this is a really big deal right here, because back in the day, right, you go get like an old school Schecter Hellraiser or something. It had, number one, it had a heavy gloss finish on it. All the guitars back then did. I'm talking like early 2000s and stuff. And the other thing was they had pretty thick necks, okay? And for a modern shred guitar, you know, a guitar that is just, you know, you want it to be just so easy to play and you want the guitar to get out of your way, you really need a thinner neck. And in my opinion, you need a neck like this with the satin finish on it. And again, they've combined two awesome features. Three, I guess, if you include the fact that it's a multi-piece neck. But they've combined all these features into one guitar, and in this case, into one neck. And so I love that. Also, guys, as far as the USA pickups go, these are some of my favorite Schecter USA pickups. Some of the older ones where they had like the transparent pickup bobbins on there, sometimes I felt like those pickups were a little too exaggerated in the upper frequencies, right? I wouldn't say they get tinny, but they were going for this brightness that, depending on how you had the amp set up, it could come across as just like it was, it lacked fullness, you could say. These pickups don't have any issues like that. Now, these ones are obviously, you know, there's a number of different USA Schecter pickups, so I really do like this set in particular. And of course, they look cool. Also, guys, the last Schecter guitar previous to this one that I checked out was the Triad, right, where it had the triple coil bridge pickup, which that pickup just sounded totally brutal, right? Now, this is just traditional humbuckers here with a 5-way selector switch, which is cool. No tone control. You don't need it on a metal guitar, especially. Just the volume control. But the other big difference between this guitar and that Triad one was that was a baritone guitar. It had I think a 27-inch scale length. This is a classic 25.5-inch scale length. So you could use this for standard tuning or like whole step down, or you could put some heavier gauge strings on it and go down to like C or C sharp or B or something. Still a 6-string guitar, but this is the kind of guitar, and this is true of a lot of Schecter guitars, they handle down tuning very, very well. And no trim, no springs to screw around with. It's a hardtail, actually it's a string through body setup really, as you can see on the back there. But the tuning, when you set this up properly for whatever string tuning you're in, the tuning is really going to be rock solid, and it's definitely the case with the way I'm using it now. Okay guys, there it is, the Schecter Sunset-6 Extreme. Try saying that 3 times fast. This guitar right here is the result of many years of Schecter guitars evolution, and they have not only come a long way, but they have landed in a great place. This is just a really awesome, fun to play guitar right here. Okay guys, let me know what you think about this down in the comment section below. I know there's a lot of people watching who own various Schecter guitars. Tell me, you know, what has your experience been like? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let everybody know. And also, I'd really love to hear from people who maybe owned a Schecter guitar from 20 years ago. And how did that guitar compare to the modern stuff? Let us know down in the comments section below. Now guys, as usual, everything I was talking about in the video, I will have links for in the video description. So I'll have a link for the guitar and also that Boss unit that I was using for the demo and all of my social media and all that stuff, and my instructional videos, okay? Anyway, guys, thanks a ton for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you very soon.